It was 2018, 2019, and a nigga tried to kill me when I was in Victorville, California, right? So the night before this happened, me and one of the owners of the company had got into it or whatever, right? So earlier in the day when I was at work, the motherfucking jackhammer, the ribbon buster or whatever, it wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? Which happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Equipment failure. You go down to the Connex and you get you another one. Boom, no problem. But this time he was in there with a bunch of his other homies or whatever, you know, the big shots. So I went in there and I requested one. I'm very respectful or whatever. Said, yes, sir, no, sir, please, thank you. All of that shit. He said, here you go, bitch. Straight like that. Now, before I finish this story, I'm a firm believer the measure of a man is how he reacts when he is by himself. Later on that night, me and this nigga, not Kevin Kelly, Ricky, me and Ricky was staying at the same hotel. I'm 5'6". This nigga's like 6'2", 6'1". I walked up to him, I approached him on some friendly type shit, shook his hand, was like, yo, my name's Pierre, I work with you. Don't you ever call me a bitch again, my nigga. I was slapping in your fucking mouth. Have a good night. Boom. Nigga didn't say shit. The look on his face, the nigga wasn't all, wasn't straight distraught. I guess he ain't never had a black man talk to him like that before. I'm not one of them niggas. Next morning, we back in there doing more demo and shit like this, you know what I mean? But at the time, I wasn't peeping game. Because for some strange reason, everybody else was caught out of that motherfucker except for me, right? So I'm sitting there doing my thing with the jackhammer or whatever. Now, when you do shutdowns and when you doing tear outs and shit like that, you don't do it from the bottom to the top. You do it from the top to the bottom in most cases because of debris, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes some pieces of refractory get stuck on the anchors that's on the wall. So when you jackhammer in that motherfucking wall and it goes through the refractory, by all means, when you hit that motherfucker, it's gonna rattle, you know what I'm saying? The metal on metal, it's gonna vibrate or whatever. So, you know, dust is naturally gonna fall on you, right? My nigga, tell me why like a fucking 5-pound piece of refractory got dropped on my fucking head and it broke my hard hat. And I honestly believe the only reason why I didn't get injured like that is because of my nappy ass afro at the time, right? So boom, this shit dazed me. I'm seeing stars. I got my harness attached to the scaffold. I'm trying to get off the motherfucking scaffold and my harness yanked me back and another motherfucking piece of refractory fall. And guess who was watching outside the manhole the whole entire time to pull up in that motherfucking try to take the harness off and say today? The nigga that I just got into it with the night before. So boom, the director of the cement plant at CEMEX came through and he shut the whole motherfucking site down, right? So he bring me into the office. He gave me a water bottle. He was like, sir, well, what's your name? I was like, Pierre. He said, do you have any enemies? I was like, nah, why? He was like, I went in there and I cleared that out myself personally. There was nothing up there. He said, this was not an accident. Somebody intentionally did this to you. Do you have any beef up here? I'm totally oblivious to the shit that I just said to the man the night before. You know what I'm saying? Because, nigga, in the Midwest, when you check a nigga temperature, that's just what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? But, I said no, right? And so the motherfucking company, the boss, the president of ERS, Kevin Kelly and whatever the other white boy name is, they told me, listen, you're going to stay in the Connex and you just going to fix the ribbon busters. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, dog, a nigga just try to take my life and you going to have me sitting in this motherfucking Connex? I bet. Call myself an Uber, nigga. Went to the hotel, packed my shit, bought some bud, ate a whole bunch of edibles, nigga, and I took a motherfucking plane to Denver, landed for Omaha, Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, fuck y'all. Like, for real, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? So, all of these years have went by, and that shit finally, like, it's finally starting to register in my brain again. He told everybody to get the fuck out, and everybody got the fuck out. And then after that shit happened to me and shit like that, the niggas that I went up with there with was acting funny towards me. Like, what the fuck did I do to you niggas? What's to you niggas? You know what I mean? Like, for real, what's to you niggas? You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, that shit was crazy. But long story short, pay attention to your circle before they hurt you.